Peace, God.
Peace to the God.
How you, God?
I'm studying 120 right now. Call me back at the guard hour.
You're welcome. You're all welcome.
I'm not trying to go crazy like this one, though.
Yeah. The tailgate will be less
This
aggressive.
is over the top.
Yeah, so let's hear it. Let's hear it.
The tailgate?
Let's hear the rundown of the tailgate.
Oh, it was a day. It was a day.
We started off with a shot at Josh's apartment at around 7:59.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, seriously. We had me, Mike, Adam, Craig, and Andrew. And no, the exact time was 5 minutes after 8.
Okay, I think you're
I
right.
remember that because as soon as we did the shot, you were like, "It's 5 minutes after 8. What are we doing?"
So who drove to? Did you guys Uber to the Meadowlands?
No, we had two Broncos and a Jeep
Broncos.
set up.
Oh yeah, because you had all the food, right?
Yeah. Well, we had not only the food, we had all the food. We had a grill. We had a TV. We had 2 tables. It was a lot. I had all the cooking supplies, the cutting boards, and all these materials that we just needed for a tailgate.
Who made the Big Mac pie?
Oh, that was Mike.
Wait, did we ever get a picture of that?
I don't
No,
know.
I'm
so-
still waiting for the
happened.
picture.
There was
I
a
don't think it
failure. There was a failure. So we had 2 grills going, and one of the grills we couldn't get power for whatever reason. We tried to hook it up to both cars. For whatever reason, we couldn't get the power, so we were down to only one grill and a ton of food to cook. And we ran out of propane. We had to go get propane. It was a big ordeal. So we actually probably only cooked 70% of the food.
Oh shit.
Bad day.
Okay.
But let me tell you
Who's
something.
the
That
creator-
big cut
who's
bacon.
the-
Holy cow.
That looked amazing. Who's the creator of the Big Mac pie? Is that a Mike concoction?
Yeah. But actually, this is the 10-year anniversary of the Big Mac pie.
Ah,
I
okay.
remember seeing the original one. It looked unreal.
Yeah, it lives up to the hype. I wish we could have had it, but
Yeah, I mean, it's cooked and everything. The only thing is you have to heat it up. And, with one grill, we had too much going on. It was a lot of food, and we couldn't heat it up.
Well,
I think my toilet's probably thankful that we didn't need it.
we had perfect
The
weather.
gynecologist bathroom.
You had perfect weather.
I'll tell you what, though. Let me say something. So I went with I got tickets for me, my brother, and my nephew. Let's just say, and I paid for it. I wanted to pay for everything. I wanted to do the tailgate right with these guys, and the same thing for Adam and Mike, right? They spend tons of money. If you're a family, say a husband and a wife, and let's just say 2 kids go to a game, a football game, it costs you anywhere from $700 or $1,000, I think.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you could probably take your family on an all-inclusive to Mexico
yeah. You
for the
can.
price to go to one football game.
Yeah.
Because the tickets alone, they're anyway. I mean, I got lucky. I had a friend who has season tickets, so I paid face for my tickets. Really good seats, $112. But let's just say it's $150 a ticket, right?
I think that's what we
Ticket-
spent.
Yeah, ticket, alcohol, all the food for tailgate. Then,
Parking.
if you don't have a parking pass, you're paying for parking. Then you get in the stadium, and you got to pay. The prices are absurd for drinks, food, anything. Like my nephew and his cousin, they got ice cream. They got a bunch of shit. It's you're in for. It's a solid $800 day, I think.
It's nuts, and I mean, you guys are, real close to the stadium. Think about if you're coming from the island or upstate, right? The money for gas, and
Oh yeah,
You're going all day.
Not going.
Yeah.
I'm just not going.
Yeah.
I'm just punted.
and it's all day. Yeah, it's nuts.
And I'm telling you, man, forget about even drinking or going after it, because I drank a ton, but I didn't go absolutely crazy because we had the kids around. I think what it is we were standing the entire time for the tailgate, Then you get in the stadium, you're standing, you're sitting, you're cheering, you're sitting, you're standing, like constant. I was so exhausted this morning. Like I was like,
Yeah.
I woke up early, but I was like laying in bed, like, what the hell happened? I feel like I got hit by a truck.
How do you think Adam felt?
Yeah. Yesterday was, not great. Not great. I saw maybe 2 plays. The only play I remember was the Bryce Hall, like 50-yarder.
Nice.
And then I remember seeing the quarterback and looking at Mike and saying, "That's not Teddy Bridgewater." I don't know who that is. And then I passed out. And then that was pretty much it. that was my game experience. Tailgate was fun, but
Passed out in your seat?
oh yeah, I slept through the whole first half.
No way.
I slept through the whole first half.
Well, no, not the entire first. Well, here's the thing. Like, this is one of the reasons why it's the worst stadium in the entire country.
Facts.
We left on time. Like, so the game starts at 1:00. Sharp at 12:30. I know this. I was looking at my watch. I said, it's cleanup time. Let's go. So we cleaned up in 10 minutes. Like, tables, food, everything put away. Cars are closed, everything. We walked to the stadium, right? We missed the first quarter.
Holy
Because-
shit.
Yeah.
Because
Getting into the building?
That's
That-
nuts.
Can't get in.
MetLife, for whatever reason, $1 billion stadium, they haven't figured it out that how to get people in and out. They don't know.
Wow.
We missed the entire first quarter just waiting on the outside, and they know this too. This is what pisses me off. They know this because when you're online, there's TVs, so you're literally online to get in, and there's TV. You're watching the game. You're watching the game.
How does that? What I don't understand is, like, wouldn't it behoove them to get everyone in as quick as possible? So it's a capacity crowd right when kickoff happens. But
It's just the probably shitty design, the way they set it up.
yeah,
Here's the thing. It's a national thing because not the last podcast, but the podcast before, Bill Simmons talks about it. He goes, MetLife is the only stadium in the entire country.
Yep.
They haven't figured out how to get people quickly in and out.
yeah, you're right. I remember that. Yeah.
Also, everybody walking in is just annihilated. I think like 80% of the people walking in are just trashed.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that doesn't help.
I'd love to check out like Orchard Park, like Buffalo. Like, is it the same? You know what I mean? Obviously, people are probably even more annihilated, but how is it getting in and out? You know what I mean? And that's like in like a middle of like a neighborhood, supposedly, like in the suburbs. like that's like it's like being in like West Nyack, basically.
I think they're better at it. I think everyone's better at it for whatever reason. Just getting in and out.
Yeah.
I think they're better.
Yeah. Well, Paul, you've been to Gillette, right? Just the parking lot, not the actual like a game. Didn't you say it's like one way in, one way?
In the middle of nowhere, one way in, one way out, in the woods.
Yeah, like how the fuck?
I don't think it's the parking lot. I think it's the actual entrance into the building.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
word.
know,
Yeah.
Miami's great.
Is it? Yeah. What's that experience like?
Well, first of all, like the tailgate weather's like it's like 75.
Well, yeah.
So that's the best. And then when you're walking in, it's no trouble at all. You just kind of there's really not much of a line.
Huh. Yeah.
I think there's 2 main entrances in MetLife.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think it might just be the one. I'm not sure.
That's insane. I mean, at minimum it should be 2, but honestly, they should have a 4 on each.
That's how the Giant Stadium was, right? Like you used to be able to get in from every side. I
I
think.
think you're right. I think it's only
That's
one.
how it should be. Yeah.
I think it's one entrance. But also, the other thing to note is, they stopped serving alcohol at halftime, right? So at the beginning of the third quarter, you cannot get any alcohol.
Oh, it's halftime now?
Yeah. And
Wow.
a younger me would have been upset, but now I'm older and I realize everyone is
better.
annihilated. Everyone's annihilated. There's no need to have any more alcohol at any point. But I think that's only for us. Like, because Adam, correct me if I'm wrong. When we went in December, we went for Giants Dolphins. You can get alcohol all the way through the end.
Oh yeah, I was drinking after the game in Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah, like after the game ended, I was at the bar with some dude I remember from work over here, and we had like at least 4 or 5 drinks over there.
Yeah.
And that was after the game ended.
So it's a MetLife thing. Okay. And
Just a shitty stadium.
it's crazy though, because MetLife is, I think, the most lucrative stadium in like sports. Like, I'm not even kidding.
That's insane.
Yeah, all the concerts, all this shit, and it's crazy how it makes it through the winter too. Like, I don't understand it. Maybe SoFi will start to beat that because it's in LA and it looks incredible. But I know fairly recently MetLife was number one. But well, the good part is we got some football teams, boys.
Oh yeah.
Giants and Jets. Winning football. New York football is back, baby.
Yes.
Let's go.
Everybody saw it coming.
Just like we drew it up.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That Giant game. I mean, were you guys able to watch it? Like the whole? No, I don't know, because Adam, you were asking. So did you?
Yeah.
catch
So
the
we had
end of it,
we had
though?
the first half, and then I guess the Wi-Fi, because everyone was there, it got killed. So then by the end of the towards the end of the fourth quarter, we had the radio blasting. So we had it on the radio.
Oh God.
Okay.
Radio. Old school.
Yeah, it was interesting. We had it, and then it was 17-3, and then as more and more people go, it kicks off with 5G, and it goes to like 4 LTE or something like that, and then like you couldn't even get service on your cell phone. It was so bad because so many people are there.
Oh wow.
But
I forgot about that.
we
yeah.
didn't care. We didn't care because it was like 17-3. We're like, all right, this is gonna be a blowout loss. We don't care. And then they came back. Like, awesome.
Shout out Bob Pop also.
Bob
Yeah.
Popper. Yeah. No, he's great. He's a great play-by-play guy.
Solid call.
Yeah. So I mean, Paul and I were watching. I mean, it was what 20-3, I think, right? And then
17-3.
Then 20-10 at the half.
I think 20-10 at half, and then Green Bay didn't score the whole entire second half.
Except for that safety that the Giants, did on purpose.
Oh yeah. Their offense didn't score.
And
yeah.
Jones wasn't even like, it was bizarre. Like they weren't doing anything. I feel like the Giants, and somehow they were just like coming back and winning. It was. I mean, Saquon was awesome, but like, wasn't he out like a quarter?
He missed that
Daniel
91-yard
Jones
drive. He was out. He was the blue 10.
Yeah.
He was not throwing any incompletes. Every pass was on the money. He was scrambling around, making something out of nothing. I mean, I was not a Daniel Jones fan at all before this year, but I mean, he's been playing very, very well with nothing around him besides Saquon.
With nothing. It's crazy. I don't even remember a receiver really catching the ball. Like, who sent that? Someone sent that earlier, right? With the Giants receivers. Like, other than Slayton, I don't know those other guys. Do you guys?
Yeah.
No.
Richie James.
Is that the guy with his ass out on the sideline?
No, that was
that's somebody else. I think.
Yeah, what is up with
Darnay
that?
Holmes, a quarterback. Yeah, I don't know what the hell was going on there.
David Sills, right?
Yeah, who are these people?
Like, think about it. They had 3 rushing touchdowns, right? One was Saquon, he rushed. One was Bellinger on a rush, who's a rookie tight end. And the
I
third
like
was,
him.
And the
Pretty
third
good.
was Brightwell. It's like, who the hell's Brightwell? There's so many receivers and like players that I'm a Giants fan. I'm not like, it's not like I don't know who players are, but every week I'm like, who the hell's that guy?
Brightwell, I'm pretty sure, was working in the meat department at Acme in Edgewater. Yeah.
No,
Who
it's
are
crazy.
these guys? Who are these guys?
Yeah, it's but it was fun, man. Dable again, he's just great on the sideline. I just love his, like, he's so charismatic, and he knows what he's doing. He just knows how to coach a great game. It's they're never out of it. Even the game they lost to the Cowboys, it's like they pretty much were in it at the end.
I almost think that not having any notable talent at wide receiver, I almost want to say that it's an advantage for the Giants, only because I feels like they're really hard to game plan for in the passing game. You know what I mean? Because you don't know who these guys are. Like they're like there's some guy running out there with a number, and probably they had no idea who he was in practice all week, and now he's catching a touchdown or he's rushing for a touchdown. And Jones is very, I guess, democratic with the ball. He's spreading it around. So I think that's kind of almost to their benefit, being like this no-name offense.
It's true. Yeah, because sometimes quarterbacks, they try to force feed it to the star or whatever. And
Yeah.
it gets them in trouble,
Yeah, you get married to
can't-
one guy, but we don't really have one guy. And it's just by committee. It's just you just go through the progressions like you normally would, and you just find the guy, and it doesn't matter who it
Yep.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 4-1. I mean, so Wink Martindale's the coordinator. He's been great. I think he blitzes too much sometimes, but I mean, I really can't. There's nothing negative to say about him. He's been amazing.
Yeah.
Their front line's been great too. They're two defensive tackles with Williams when he plays, which he was out, but Dexter Lawrence has been really good.
Yep,
So
Yeah.
4-1.
4-1.
4-1, third place in the NFC East.
I gotta say, like, it's a shame that the Cowboys and Eagles are like being playing so well right now.
Yeah. If yeah, and then the Ravens come in next week, and supposedly they're like 6-point favorites.
Yeah.
They are.
No respect. I would take the Giants in a heartbeat.
taking the Giants in a heartbeat.
Wink was their coordinator last year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
So there you go. And I think the Giants are going to be like, really, no respect, and I think they're going to beat them pretty handedly too. I think the Giants are this good. I really do. I really do. And then
I like it.
And then I like it. And then Jets. Pretty exciting. I don't know what to say, man. It's pretty exciting that
40 points.
Yeah.
I think
When's
they
last time
scored 40 points.
Yeah, when's the last time the Jets put up 40 points? This is it's awesome.
I saw it after the game. It was 2018 against Indy.
Okay.
They scored 40.
Okay.
But they won 40-17. But that game was a lot closer, obviously, than that score. I mean,
Was it?
there was 10 minutes left, and it was 19-17, and Miami was lining up for a field goal.
That's true.
Oh, no kidding.
If they hit that, like, the crowd was very uneasy. Like, the Jets, they missed that fourth down. They were up 19-7, and then you let this third string quarterback march down the field before halftime. Then they score a field goal after halftime. Jets aren't scoring. If that guy hit that field goal and they go up by 1, I think the Jets lose that game. They couldn't stop the run.
Yeah, that seems to be definitely the weakest part of their game right now. But obviously the secondary looked awesome. They have tons of weapons on offense. Zach looked good. I mean, Zach didn't do anything. I don't think he did anything like crazy, but like he didn't throw a pick.
He was efficient.
Yeah.
I think he completed 60-something% of his passes, no turnovers, and I feel like he's the king of all his passes. They get to the 1 yard line, and then he doesn't get credit for the touchdown. It always happens.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, and then the rookies balled out. I mean, Breece Hall had a day. Sauce had a day. Who else?
Breece Hall's legit, huh?
Yeah,
He's awesome, man.
yeah,
Very legit.
Looks like a stronger Le'Veon, bigger.
yeah. Absolutely.
I like that.
You know.
I like that.
He's a beast.
And then Elijah Vera Tucker, maybe the MVP for the Jets right now.
It's insane. I think today people were talking about it a lot, like how unheard of what he's doing. But I just put him in the Pro Bowl right now. He's played 4 positions this year already.
Yeah, that's wild. Like Damian Woody
Hasn't
was like bugging. Yeah, he was like
missed the beat.
Yeah, he was like bugging out about it. Never played right tackle in his life and just stepped right in. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Jets are, and then Jets, but they got the Packers next week in Lambeau, which I don't know what Packers team are we getting here.
They've looked horrible for like they looked
The
bad
Jets will
against
be
New
able-
England.
The Jets will be able to score on them, no problem. They can't. Their defense is terrible.
It was good, wasn't it? Or maybe we're finding out that the Bucks just aren't that good. And who else did the
Yeah,
Packers beat? I don't know.
They beat New England with the third string quarterback. They beat Chicago. I don't think they're that good, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that like another Brady situation with this guy Zappy? in New England?
Zappy?
Like, what?
He looked pretty good.
He did.
Yeah, they pounded on the Lions.
He had 90 QBR in that game, but I mean the Lions defense is really bad. But
Yeah. I don't know. Pats always somehow do this, right? They always have a guy somehow creeping up.
So we know the Giants have their coaching staff with Dable and Wink. I'm not so sure about Mr. Saleh.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he's a charismatic guy. He's a player's coach. Like, you see him on the sideline. It seems like the players like him, but I've yet to see any, I guess, play calls or moves, anything, reflective of him to really.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, the second win they got lucky, and then these last two wins have been nice, but I don't know.
And it's also their substitution, the rotations. They don't play their best players the majority of the time. They're like subbing out like a hockey team, and I don't think we should be doing that. Like Elijah Moore hasn't gotten any targets this year at all.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Yeah.
Oh, you have him fancy?
You have him on your team, I'm sure.
I do. Yeah.
I like Corey Davis is getting more snaps than Wilson. Davis is good, but like Wilson is. You see when he catches the ball, that guy he's something different.
Yeah, he's gonna make shit
happen. Getting 10 targets a game. It's not happening. And remember Quinn and that whole thing happened on the sideline. They were rotating them out, and they were so conservative on defense. And then the fourth quarter, they finally got aggressive, and they lit that third-string quarterback up when they started blitzing all the time. They should have been doing that in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think maybe they found something at the end of the game there.
Yeah.
See if that carries over against Green Bay.
No,
not the third stringer, but
yeah, we were bugging out about that throughout the game. Just they were getting no pressure at all. Weren't blitzing. Everyone on Twitter was saying it too. Like third string quarterback, fucking go at him. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Yeah. But I don't know. Maybe we got.
We'll see though. But then again, they're 3-2, so I can't complain.
I can't complain. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of young coaches are struggling. We just saw Matt Rule get fired today, which he deserved to get fired.
Yeah.
And Giants fans, that was our guy. We wanted him, and we missed out.
I was so mad when we didn't get him.
Yeah, they offered him a buttload of money and didn't get him. But even listen, the Lions had a lot of hype going in. They were a Hard Knocks team, and not hype. Let's just say win, but. I don't know. Is Dan Campbell the answer? Or the line? They still can't win.
Yeah, don't put up a donut. Yeah, and
they were the highest scoring team in the league before the Patriot game. It's weird.
I know. I took the over in a parlay. Oh well.
They have injuries. I know the running back's out, and the top wide receivers.
Out.
Yeah.
But that's everybody in the league. Everybody's dealing with something. They kind of just got to make the best of it.
How about Geno Smith? Can we talk about the Jet / Is he the best quarterback in the NFL?
I'm happy for him, man.
He was.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
He had some throws on Sunday. I couldn't believe it. I was rooting for them. I was hoping they'd pull that game out, but the Saints kept clapping back. But he had some unbelievable throws, and I think he leads the league in QBR, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. Good for him. They wrote him off, but he didn't write back, as he said.
He looks a lot better than Russell Wilson.
Oh God, do we have to see the Broncos on national TV?
I'm done.
How many times?
Done with the Broncos.
How many times they got to be on that? I think they're the Monday or Sunday night game next week. Enough.
I think he's hurt, or he's faking. No, I'm sorry, he's faking being hurt. Right? Didn't you see that?
Yeah, they announced something.
Oh, really?
He flew to LA for he flew to LA for a shot in his shoulder, a cortisone. He's full of shit.
Bronco Nation.
That's right. That thread. Oh my God.
Does he get paid for that? Is he trolling? What's going on with that?
I can't believe he's still doing it.
I don't know. And
he went back, he was leaving the podium, and then he went back to tap it and be like, "That's right." He couldn't leave without saying it.
And then the Subway commercial. What is going on there? Is that just some edited video that leaked out where he's just like rambling on, like it's spicy. Like, what is that?
No, that's him. That's who he is, bro.
But wait,
He's a weirdo.
but that's not like an actual commercial.
No,
right?
it is. It is. 100% it is.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
100%. That's a real commercial.
I mean, he's gonna get that coach. Well, the coach is gonna do it to himself as well. But
yeah,
that coach is gonna. He's on a fast track to get fired by mid-season.
easily. Yeah,
If they keep this up, if they start losing a few more in a row, like, whew.
especially on national television, you know, this guy's front and center. Yeah, there's been some bad coaching. The Chargers escaped yesterday, but you know what was Staley doing? Yeah, I mean,
we talked about this too, in I think the
preview
preview for NFL. How he just goes for fourth downs at the dumbest time.
Yeah,
what was he doing?
Yeah,
That was insane.
Really analytics, and I remember reading this story. He reminds me of. I remember reading a story about a high school coach a couple years ago that just went for it every time between the
every
20.
time. Yeah.
He's kind of like that. He's kind of like how we play Madden. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Fuck it.
But Keenan Allen was on Twitter being like, "What the hell are we doing?"
It's like that.
Yeah. There's been some.
I feel bad for the Browns, man. They've had some brutal losses.
Yep. Absolutely. What else is going on around the league? Eagles still undefeated.
Yeah. At 5-0. Are they the team to beat?
I think so. Well, Chiefs. I still think the Chiefs, and I guess the Bills. Even though I think
Chiefs
the
are getting
Ravens should
smoked
be.
right now.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, down 14-0.
14-0.
Holy shit! At home Monday night. The fuck?
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay. Still early, but yeah.
The NFC looks so weak. I think Philly has to be considered the favorite. No.
Have we seen the Philly Buffalo Super Bowl?
Ooh, maybe.
Could.
I think it's really early still.
It is. You know, a lot of times the teams that peak now, it's like they lose 2 or 3 in a row at the end of the year, back in.
Or a bad injury at the end of the year. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Happens.
Yeah.
What do we think about Tom Brady? How's he playing? Not so good.
No.
What do you think of that roughing the passer?
Oh, ridiculous.
Oh my God.
That's a tough one.
That's
like,
brutal. It's brutal.
These refs got to get suspended. Something.
Yeah.
Anything. That was comical. It was a perfectly legal. Like, he did nothing. He hit him by the waist. He just kind of like, whatever, took him to the ground. What is he supposed to do?
Cost him the game.
Yeah.
Oh
Did cost
God.
him a game. They're coming back.
Tua got pile drives in that Cincinnati
No flag.
Yeah.
Compared to this Brady hit, like there was no flag on that play.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a joke. They're not doing anything this year.
No, they haven't been impressive. Yeah, I mean the Bills, they're a serious problem, but still early, you know.
All I know is that New York football, like, normally we are done by now watching. Like, normally we would have Red Zone on all day, not paying attention to our team. At minimum, they should be playing meaningful football in December, which is, considering the last, bunch of years, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'll take that.
And even so, at least with the Jets, they have so much new young talent. You know, I'm going to be intrigued no matter what, unless they completely just turn it, become like, a laughing stock, right?
Yeah.
But like, they got something to watch now, even if they start,
For sure.
putting off some losses. But what was the vibe of the crowd? I mean, Adam, I know you don't really. It was hard for you to tell.
Yeah, I was a zombie. Pretty much.
But Juice, what was the vibe of the crowd? I mean, was it
super loud?
Yeah,
it was rowdy.
Okay.
Definitely. And it felt like a sold out arena, sold out stadium.
All right, yeah,
A lot of Miami fans, I'm sure.
I mean, you could feel it. It was a big game. It was a big game.
Yeah. No, I've been to Jets Dolphins games before. I don't know where. I mean, Adam, I know Mike is a diehard Dolphins fans, but like, where do all these how do people become Dolphin fans? There's so many Dolphin fans in New York Metro.
Also, been around for a while. They won Super Bowls. They had that undefeated team, and I think sometimes that got passed down. And then
Yeah.
Marino was kind of like, Marino was like the guy. So
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's also, I think it's part of that like New York Florida relationship, right? The snowbird thing.
exactly.
There's a lot of people just going back and forth, and it ends up being a lot of, but it's nowhere near the Cowboy Giant. Like when you go to the Cowboy Giant game, half the stadium's Cowboys fans. It's not like that.
Yeah,
Not like that.
the Cowboys. Like I was watching that Cowboy Rams game. I mean, most of the stadium was Cowboy fans in LA. There,
yeah.
It was like a Cowboy home game. And how about them Cowboys?
Steelers travel too.
Who's Steelers? Yeah, Steeler fans are everywhere, and then Packers too. Definitely the London game. It seemed like more Packers than Giant fans.
And it's annoying too with like being New York fans because I feel like all the away teams, there's a whole bunch of fans that they get together.
Yeah.
And they make a trip. They make a trip out of coming to New York City for like their first time, and they get to see their favorite football team while they're there. So it's always a destination type thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they find out the stadium's on a swamp in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Wait, it's not in Midtown Manhattan? What's crazy is
I love how during commercial breaks they show the skyline of New York.
Oh yeah, always.
Hey, look, we're in New. Nah, that's not where we are.
No.
And over here, the New Jersey Turnpike. What's crazy to think about is Jets actually, they could have been, their stadium could have been in Midtown Manhattan. How crazy is that to think about?
Yes.
I mean,
Thanks, James Dolan.
how would that have been though with traffic? I mean, it probably would have been epically bad. No, like,
Well, there'd be no tailgating, I assume, right? It would just be bars.
Yeah, which is-
and lounges.
yeah. Well,
The bars would have been in heaven, man. They would have made it
killing. Yeah, that Hudson Yards would have been lit.
I think it would have been awesome. Forget traffic. I think you just hop on a ferry or take a bus or something like that.
Well, aren't there some other stadiums that are like kind of like right there in downtown, where it probably works out? Like, isn't like New Orleans? Isn't the Superdome? Isn't that like right in downtown?
Yeah,
I
think Philly is too.
I think sort of. I've flown over. It's like that parking lot. It's like every stadium is like in that. It's like their own little Meadowlands.
Yeah, I've actually been.
And then
New Orleans for sure is in downtown.
The Titans too, but that's kind of like it's still rinky dink.
Is Cleveland is Cleveland Stadium? Isn't that like right in downtown? Kind of. Pittsburgh too.
Trying to remember.
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Pittsburgh looks like it's like right there in downtown.
Because you can see the bridge. You can see the bridges right behind it.
Yeah.
Bridges, so.
Yeah. So I wonder how it works in like those type of places. But nothing's like Manhattan.
Yeah, none of these metros you can't even compare. You really can't.
Yeah, you
Nothing
can't.
like the city.
Nothing like Manhattan. Yeah.
Chicago, really close to.
Yeah, I wonder how Chicago does it. Theirs is right in downtown, and it's like right on the lake too. It's in a weird spot. So I wonder how they do it with the tailgating. Huh.
Green Bay is the weirdest one to me.
Green Bay and Green Bay is kind of like Buffalo, I was saying earlier, where supposedly it's just like right in like a suburban neighborhood.
Houses.
Yeah,
it's like your backyard is the stadium.
Yeah,
It's
crazy. But coincidentally, right? Those are like supposedly the two best like experiences in the NFL is Lambeau and the Bills Mafia. So I don't know. Maybe there's something to that.
I don't understand the appeal of the pack.
The Packers?
I don't know. To go to first of all, Wisconsin is not like a place that I'd like to visit.
No,
the stadium is really old. It's all bleachers, right? It's like a bowl of bleachers. So you should just sitting there in the bleachers, and it's like -5 degrees. I'm like, I don't know. You can keep it.
I know it does seem.
Yep.
I know they put an extension on it, but yeah, it does seem like I think it's mostly like bleachers and
like that seems like a really uncomfortable game to go to.
Yeah, especially in December or January. But yeah. What else, NFL? Anything else?
I was gonna say so now with the Giants situation, like at the beginning of the year, we're talking about drafting a quarterback because we're probably going to win 4 games, which we have now. There's 4 wins already. Now, what do they do going forward?
What do you do? Yeah,
Dan Jones. I don't know. How much can you pay him? What do you do?
And especially in this division, you could easily win 10, 11 games and may not make the playoffs. Like that's a possibility.
Yeah.
So you get like a not so good draft pick, and then you have to debate: do you keep Jones? I don't know.
I'm kind of like at the beginning of the year, I was like, okay, this is it. Now I'm kind of like maybe they can get him on a number that's not so bad, and focus the rest of the draft and free agency on kind of filling out the rest of the roster, and then see if you could see how that goes. Like maybe get him on a 2 or 3 year deal on a number that's not like some of these other quarterbacks get. Like a lot of these, anybody who's like sniffs the top 15 automatically gets like $100 million. I feel like right now. So can you get him for like a couple of years for like 30, maybe 2 years 30, maybe 15 years the number or something like that? I don't know.
Yeah,
I think that'd be fair for both sides. So you don't commit to him super long term. If he does it again next year, then you could give him a longer.
Yeah, then maybe restructure something like that. And then you can kind of focus on the other areas of the team. Maybe get some receivers in there somehow. Something like that.
Yeah, it seems like the players really like him too. He's
I'm getting that vibe also.
Yeah. Juice, do you feel that? Do you feel that same way? We lose Juice?
Juice is sleeping. He had a rough day today.
Juice. Juice stepped away. Okay.
Oh my god. He's definitely sleeping.
Well, that's a pod first.
Oh man.
All right. Well, on that note, should we switch?
I would also franchise Barkley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Keep him.
Hit him with
absolutely.
The tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, hit him with the tag and then just go from there.
Yeah. And I think Adam, you were saying something about maybe MVP. I got to.
Yeah, he's got to be in the mix. I don't know. They never give him a running back anymore. But I mean, right now, I know I was just talking up Jones kind of, but like he's only averaging like 200 yards a game passing. The bulk of their offense is Barkley.
Yeah.
And if he ends up with like 2,700 yards from scrimmage, I think he's got to be in the mix.
Yeah, and if they make the playoffs.
Can I ask one thing?
Yeah.
How come Slayton hasn't played? Every time I watch a Giant game when he was active last year, I know he drops sometimes balls, but he's open a lot and he's a big deep threat.
Yeah, 2 years ago, he almost 1,000 yards out of nowhere, and then I don't know what. I know he had a couple drops, but I don't know what he did to not be starting over a guy like David Sills. I'm assuming there was some kind of I don't know. Maybe he doesn't practice well, but definitely when he's in the game, it seems like he's the most dynamic receiver they have.
Yeah.
No, and I don't know. Oh yeah, you didn't see it, but he was wide open for another touchdown, and Jones just kind of missed him in the first half. But he gets open constantly. I like him.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he's playing his way out of the doghouse.
Yeah.
They need something.
Yeah.
Because Kadarius Toney's made out of freaking paper mache.
I can't believe the other.
Always hurt.
So do you think Zach Wilson is the guy now, or are you kind of still wait and see on that?
I do. I feel comfortable. Normally with a quarterback, for me, it's always like, all right, how do you feel when they drop back? Do you think they're going to make a good throw and step up? If he gets time, I'm confident every time that he's going to make a good throw, complete it. I think he's becoming a good leader too. The teammates definitely like him. He does everything well, man. He's got a great arm. He's mobile. Seems smart. Now he really just doesn't have to screw it up. There's so much talent around him.
Yeah.
It's just make the easy throws and don't get yourself killed. He scared the shit out of me when he got crushed at the goal line on that run.
Oh, I know.
I thought he was done. But
yeah, he went head first.
I think he yeah, that looked bad. That sounded bad.
Classic Jets quarterbacks diving head first.
Yep.
They all do it.
Yeah, I think that's definitely risky.
Yeah,
but I definitely think he's showing that he could be a star quarterback for sure.
He looked way better than last year.
He makes a play or two, and you're like, oh man, between the arm and the legs, it's pretty impressive. So we'll see.
Yeah, he just looks confident. Like you could just see it in him. He just looks confident out there. Everything he's doing, and kudos to what's a coordinator? What's his?
Well, I like LaFleur. Some things he does a little bit, but he's young, he's learning. But you see the improvement with him calling games.
Yeah.
I think he's in a good system.
Guys are open. Guys are wide open.
Offensively.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
If he gets time, if their offensive line gets straightened out, I think they need probably another piece. But Vera Tucker, he's going to be a Mangold DeBrickashaw guy. He's going to be there for a decade plus, right?
Yeah, we found a gem there on the line, you know? Yeah. Was Dwayne Brown playing yesterday?
He did. He played left tackle. He played great.
He did play left tackle. Okay.
He's a beast, man. He's playing he's huge, but he's also like not sloppy. He's muscle.
Yeah.
You know, Becton, you kind of worried about what kind of shape he's in, but you know, Brown, he missed all that time. He's a torn rotator cuff, and he's like, nah, I'm not getting surgery. I'm going to play. That's a football player. That's crazy. So
yeah,
it just you know, Fant got hurt. He was great at left tackle last year, and Becton. If they get a couple more offensive line for next year, like healthy, they could really be a contending team.
Yeah, I don't remember Zach getting sacked yesterday. They were really.
He had one really bad one. Remember, I think he took it like it was a 20-yard loss or something in the beginning of the game.
Okay.
He didn't throw the ball away, but outside of that, no, he's been good, and he escapes a lot from pressure a lot. Like you saw the difference between him and Flacco. Flacco,
he makes a lot of plays with his feet.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. That Pittsburgh game, he was constantly on the move. Flacco would have got sacked 20 times.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and you can see Flacco.
It's fun though.
You could see Flacco like almost like he's enjoying it too. Like anytime he's on the sideline talking to Zach, like he's got a smile on his face. I don't know. I noticed that a couple of times. Little things like that.
You think Flacco really wanted to be out there for those weeks?
No, hell no.
Yeah, I think he just he just was collecting a paycheck, hoping to hold the clipboard.
Yeah, exactly.
It was weird. Like obviously we were watching Red Zone all the time the past couple of years. You would turn on the Red Zone and you'd see these, you know, wide receivers, running backs breaking 75, 80-yard runs like constantly. The Jets never had anybody like that for so long.
Yeah,
they have at least 3 or 4 on the team now, and they just look like an NFL offense finally.
Yeah, we got at least 2 running backs, 3 receivers. Even Berrios makes a good punt return. He had a really good punt return yesterday, or kick return, I forget. Even he makes plays. He had a good touchdown too. Yeah, I mean, he almost died on that play as well. He's a tiny guy. But
he's a little.
But yeah, no. Then there's just even Conklin. Conklin's had a great season. I don't know how he did yesterday, but against the Steelers,
I know how he did. He had 0 catches.
He
did nothing. But against the Steelers,
I started him as my tight end in fantasy.
Damn. Yeah, I mean against the Steelers, he went off. I think. That's a shame.
Yeah.
But, which shows you that's good though, because it shows like Wilson, he's taking whatever's open, and they were clearly taking that away. So
yeah.
I like it.
Any predictions for the rest of the year for the Giants and Jets?
So G-Man, I think I said at the beginning of the year, I thought they were going to win 9 or 10 games. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels pretty good, especially considering the schedule.
Feels really good.
I think so. Yeah, their schedule, man. Now, I mean, they're almost halfway there. I'm going with 10 wins, 10-7.
Yeah, I mean,
wild card.
I'm with you because I 6 more losses. I mean, I have to look at the schedule, but I mean, this team's good. I don't see how that happens unless they just completely skid. And
they still got Washington twice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Commanders, Detroit, Houston, Jacksonville.
Oh yeah, they're easily getting 10
That's just
wins.
off the top of my head. So
Dallas is winnable on Thanksgiving, I think.
Yeah.
And then Philly twice is going to be tough.
Speaking of Dallas, what do you do?
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
Stick with Cooper.
They're going to go back to Dak, I think, but if he loses that first game, oh my god.
Yeah. No, I think they're gonna stick with Cooper, right? Unless they just figure, we got too much money invested in Dak, we can't, That's
I would
the thing.
stick with Cooper.
Yeah.
Like at least until he loses, he hasn't lost.
I know.
He's won every start. So I think you kind of have to stick with him now.
And he looks good.
Just go back to Dak.
Absolutely, and they can also play it off and kind of be like, oh, Dak's a week away, right?
Yeah.
And then when he finally loses one,
just keep milking it until maybe
exactly.
they see
he loses one
that doesn't work out.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah. But to answer your question, the Jets, the schedule, I was kind of looking at it. I mean, it's tough for a while here, like the rest of this month. Winnable, though. I mean, the Packers have been underwhelming. The Broncos, obviously, underwhelming. But then you got the Pats twice. Maybe they split that. Maybe they split the other ones. I don't know. Then it gets a little easier. I don't know. What do you think, Paul? I think 7-10, 8-9.
I think 8-9 in that range. Yeah,
I was gonna say 8 too.
The end of the year lightens up, but their next two games are at Green Bay, at Denver. Those are two
hard places.
Very two tough venues to play. So
they got the
They
Bills,
may
the
come off a
Pats.
loss too.
Yeah,
still got Buffalo twice.
Pats twice.
I'll go with 8. Go with
Yeah.
8 wins.
Yeah, 8-9, and listen, that's 5 more wins. I mean, that's definitely doable. Listen, I'll be very happy with that. Basically, it's like 500, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So be very happy, and they'll build off of it.
I mean, I'm looking at their December, November. They got Chicago, Detroit at home, Chicago and Detroit at home, Jaguars at home. Those are 3 games you should definitely win, right?
Yeah,
Oh, you gotta
absolutely.
get those. Yeah, definitely.
And then they finish off with, the last 4 games are Detroit, Jacksonville, at Seattle. So Geno, maybe they're fighting for playoff. If Geno ends that, oh my God. And then
That'd be classic.
the last game of the year is at Miami. That could possibly be for a playoff.
Yeah, that could be a hairy one. I remember 2 weeks ago we were saying Miami might be the best team in the AFC.
And now they don't even know when Tua is gonna come back.
Yeah, they're now in 3rd place.
They're in a tough spot.
Yep.
That they are. So we'll see. It's exciting though. Both New York teams being watchable again. So
It really is.
Yep.
I like it. Good stuff. As far as other New York teams not being watchable, let's talk about the Mets here.
Can we do the trumpets or no?
Oh man, yeah, that was pretty bad. Like, how do you do that? Like, they brought him out, Diaz, when they were down 4-0 yesterday. Or was it 6-0 already? And the crowd booed, right?
Did they play the trumpet?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they just when he comes out, they have to play it.
Down 6-0.
Ugh.
Oh man, that's ugly.
Yeah.
And you just knew when it happened, like when the musician Timmy Trumpet came to do that thing in the middle of the year, that it was going to get mocked.
You just knew it wasn't going to work out.
In the NBA.
Yeah. That was interesting with the wild card. Obviously it's the first year they're doing this, where the better team with the better record, they get 3 home games potentially. That's kind of wild. Yeah. But didn't matter. Padres pretty much smoked them. I mean, even game 2, they were like in it for a little while. It was. I mean, even after Friday night, I was like, this is not gonna go good for the Mets. Like, you just knew the series was kind of over.
$43 million for Max Scherzer.
Yeah. Oof.
$43 million for Max Scherzer.
Woof. And then
they paid him for the game.
Yeah. And then DeGrom, you're gonna have to pay him, right? And he's like 35 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna want to. I wouldn't give him a long-term deal.
Ugh. Yikes.
Poor Mets.
Poor Mets. Yeah. What's the vibe with BD Love there? Is he just like
him?
Yeah.
He's so chill. He's like, they blew it. He said they had to win the division. They fucked that up. That's what lost their year.
Yeah. Where does this rank, you think, for Met fans as far as like having a 10.5 game lead in the division, and then ended up winning 100 games, losing the division, and then 3 home games, you lose 2 of them?
I think it's in that top 3, because what was the other one? When Tom Glavine.
Oh my God!
Meltdown.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
When they lost, wasn't that like the last day of the year?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was so bad.
That was a bad one too.
Yeah, it's it's brutal.
And to get 1 hit in the elimination game.
Yeah, that's all they ended up with was 1 hit.
One hit.
Jesus. Yeah, it was Fonzo.
So you think,
right? Yeah.
You think Cohen's going to give Judge $100 million per?
I don't think so. I don't know.
Not 100, but
unless they need something, right, to get the fan, because the fan base is clearly like defeated, right? So maybe
he'll do something.
He has to do something, right, to energize them. But Judge won't be the same, right? After 62 home runs, is he really going to be the same after this?
Well, there's nowhere to go but down.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like an MVP year. Like I just don't see him sustaining that kind of.
And the other thing is, you still got to see what he does in the playoffs. I feel like, because a lot of times you're only as good as your most recent playoff series.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So like, if this guy bats like 0.93 or something like that, or like strikes out 25 times in a series, like that might change the conversation a little bit. But I do think he's gonna get big money.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So the Mets, their playoff series, dreams end before the Yankees even start, which is interesting because it's the first time they're doing this with the bye and all that. So Yankees tomorrow night. Was it Cole versus who's starting for the Guardians? I don't even know these days.
Hey, did you see the Chapman thing?
Yeah. So Chapman, bon voyage.
He's an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't think any Yankee fan.
Oh, I didn't give a shit.
Him.
I was like, fuck him.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
I was just surprised.
I am, and I'm not.
I'm not.
This is the same guy who didn't he beat his wife or girlfriend?
Yeah.
He's got something with guns too. Like he just seems like a thug, like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So
he probably knew that he wasn't going to be on the roster for the playoff, and was like, okay, well, I'm not going to come to the, workout at the stadium. You guys aren't going to put me on, but
yeah,
that's like you're in your mid-30s, like you're a professional for a long time. That's how you want to go out? Like, really?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
That's...
What if he I always thought about, what if he blew that World Series for the Cubs? That probably would have been the last we ever saw of him, no? Remember how close that was?
Probably. Yeah.
Oh, man. Brutal. Yep. Then he went back to the Yankees next year. But,
what's the line on the series? Do we know?
Let me check.
I do
check
not know.
it out real quick.
Yeah, check
curiosity.
Check FanDuel.
Without looking, I would say, what, for the series, you mean, Adam?
Yeah, for the series line?
I would say like 180, probably.
Oh, you think they're that big a favorite? Wow, okay.
Yeah. Where we go?
And just to be clear, this is a 7-game series, right?
No, 5.
It is 5. Oh my god, interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. 162 games, and then it's like, oh wow, it's 220.
Oh shit.
Ooh. Okay.
Wow. And then the Astros got the Mariners. So I feel like the Mariners are like that sneak every year, right? There's like a team, like a sneaky team. I feel like it's them.
I think they're gonna beat them. They're gonna beat the Astros.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Griffey. Jay Buhner.
Jay Buhner. Oh yeah.
Jay Buhner. Edgar Martinez.
That team was nasty.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Kill the Yankees.
Oh my god. I still, it's so funny watching that Jeter doc.
Joey Cora.
It was so funny watching that Jeter doc. They showed like in '95 when the Yanks made the wild card and the Mariners beat them.
Yeah, that game 5 was the first time I ever cried.
Yeah, dude.
I was hysterically crying.
Yeah, me too. That was terrible because that was my first Yankees playoff experience. They were up 2-0 in the series and then blew it in Seattle.
Yeah.
And then I don't think Seattle's made it that far since. Oh, no. 2001 we beat them in the ALCS.
They had that 114 win year or something, right?
That was in like 99 or 2000.
And then the Yankees beat them.
The Yankees beat them. Or maybe that was 01. Maybe that was the 01. 9/11. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Ichiro. Sayonara. Yeah. Mariners have the longest drought of, right? They've never won a World Series. Is that true?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So they're probably due. The Padres, I don't know if they've ever even won it. They look really good. Maybe it's Mariners.
I remember the Yankees swept them, and I think it was like 98. Was that the year?
Yeah, 98.
Yeah. I had tickets to game, I think 6 or something like that. And I was like, man, do I kind of root for the Padres so I can get to one of these games? And I was like,
That remember in Sopranos, Vito, he tells What's his face?
Finn DeTrolio.
Yeah, Yanks
My
in
arch
4.
nemesis.
I was there.
Yeah. That's right.
Oh man!
And then he makes him meet him at the bat. And Finn doesn't
I
show
kept
up.
thinking about the Columbus Day episode today.
Yeah, with Syl like
Columbus
flipping
Day was
out.
our day.
Yeah, Syl like flipping out.
Yeah. You believe this?
Oh my god!
Amazing.
But
Where's Josh? What happened to Josh?
he put his shit on mute and then just like I don't know, maybe.
It was so funny because he's like, I'll be ready, I think, after the shower. Like, I was like, is he gonna fall like in it? Like, what do you think was gonna happen?
He seemed fine. He made it. He trooped it out. He made it. He
did.
do a good amount.
I mean, he had a hell of a 2 days.
Yeah, it's true.
He had a hell of a 2 days.
That's true.
That's it.
So Yanks. So yeah, first 2 Tuesday and Thursday at the stadium, and then
Gotta
I guess
win both of them. Gotta win both of these.
Yeah, and then is it Saturday Sunday in Cleveland or Saturday Sunday Monday? How is I don't even know how the schedules work.
Well,
But
definitely. All right. So yeah, Tuesday, Thursday. So then they definitely wouldn't play Friday. They're going to Cleveland. I would assume Saturday night, and then probably, I guess Monday. Right? They don't want to compete with football.
yeah, it's true. Are they still gonna
They're not going to put the Yankees up against Sunday football.
No. Are they still gonna lead off Judge and do this weird lineup of like Judge?
I would
Yeah.
just get them the most at bats. Yeah, screw it.
I think a lot of teams are doing that now. They're batting their cleanup guy lead off.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird, but hey, Well, with Judge, I mean, he's probably the MVP. Yeah, most at bats. That makes sense. So what's the rotation? It's Cole, Sevy.
No, Cortez is 2.
Oh, Cortez is 2. Okay.
Which I would have won Cortez 1. I think Cole's going to get like
Yeah, I just have a bad feeling.
smacked around. He's just he's not.
Trust them.
Yeah.
No, but I think the Yankees they're going to score a bunch of runs tomorrow. Should be a zoo there.
Oh yeah.
I think we'll compare. Adam, remember when we went to the Twin game with Didi's
Oh
home
my
run?
God, that was incredible.
I think I still have the video of that
stadium
the random guy who was sitting next to us who was like crazy.
Yeah.
Was that 2017?
I think it was.
Yeah,
Or
that
17 or 18.
that team was fun.
They were down 4-0 like first inning. And then Didi hit the grand slam to tie it in the bottom first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
That was a
it was
fun.
wild. And then we went to the Astro game too. I think that crazy game.
Yeah.
That year was fun, man. I thought they were going to win it all.
Yeah, that team was really fun. That was Judge, Didi, Sanchez.
Yeah.
When he was good.
When he was good.
Um,
Trying to think who else was on that team. Was
who else?
LeMahieu? No, he wasn't there yet, was he? Yeah.
Frazier. I want to say Todd Frazier.
Oh yeah, Todd Frazier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd Frazier.
Oh yeah. That was the year with the thumb down,
Yep.
right?
Thumbs down.
Yeah. That was a fun team.
By the
That
way,
was a
the
good
tickets
team.
for these Yankees were a fortune.
Really?
Oh, insane.
Like $250 for bleachers.
What?
Yeah,
That's
it's
wild.
nuts to get in this year.
Jesus.
I swear,
they're
there's
hot
like
tickets this
everywhere.
year.
The economy's tanking like everywhere but New York. It seems like
It's unbelievable.
New York is always. You go everywhere around here, everything's packed. It's
Yeah.
prices don't change. It's crazy. $250 for bleachers, like
Yeah, I'm like, all right, I'm good. I caught
I'm
a couple
good.
Yankee games this year. That's fine.
Damn.
yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy. And then you spend double that with the bucket of chicken and a couple beers.
I guess with like right now with inflation, it would have to go on for like a really long time to see the effects. No, because it's really just been this year, right? But if like this went into like if this was still bad and like rising, let's say by this time next year, would like ticket sales look the same in stadiums? I don't know. It's tough to say, right? Because it goes up and down, up and down.
I think people are so fanatical about sports that if a team's
They'll pay.
good, like they'll just spend.
They'll just
You know
make
what
it
I mean?
happen. Yeah.
Yeah, like if the Nets went to the finals, I know it's gonna be a fortune, but like I'm gonna have to go to one of those games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just feel compelled. I just feel compelled to do it. I feel like there's too many people out there like that. Like if the Knicks went to a finals game, I feel like you guys would be like, we got to figure this out somehow.
Oh my God. I mean,
Absolutely.
a Tuesday night game, regular season Knicks is like the price of like a finals ticket.
The Knicks are probably a bad example because that's just like
that's the most expensive ticket probably in fucking sports. It's ridiculous.
Gotta be.
It's the Garden. Yeah, that's all I have to say. The Garden.
What do we think about the Knicks and the Nets? Looking good.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We got to do the preview. Maybe
Juice
will make it.
I wish Ben Simmons would look at the rim once in a while.
Yeah, how's he look? Is he even like? Is he going to the hole at all, or just
he looks very passive? But I mean, he makes great passes. He plays great defense, and he's really good on fast breaks. But in half court, like he just kind of like picks up his dribble and just like passes it, and then just kind of like stands there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think he's still 16 months plus the back surgery, so he's probably still working his way back. But I'm like, yeah, I wish I saw a little more in those first couple of games.
No.
Yeah,
team is loaded, man.
Tough to
loaded.
say.
Yeah, they got guys for sure.
Yeah, they're ready to go. And then the Knicks are deep too. Haven't even seen Grimes play. Got a deep squad. It's gonna be interesting trying to figure out rotations.
RJ shoots threes like that. I mean, that's a total game changer.
He hasn't missed. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Obi's like a serious weapon. I don't think I've ever seen a player like this. That's not true. In this era.
What are they going to do? Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like maybe it's time to kind of look at Randall and figure out if there's another way to do this for the Knicks. I don't know.
He doesn't fit. He doesn't fit. This is a run and gun team. The Knicks. I think. I think they're at their best when they're like on the break, defense into offense. I don't know.
The fans are going to be so tough on him too.
I know, especially because they love Obi so much.
Yeah, Randall's really got to hit the ground running this year.
Yeah,
there's those guys that the fans are they're kind of waiting to boo. In the back of their head, they're just like, they almost want to boo them in a weird way. Like, so Randall is that guy. So he's got to start out strong because they'll turn on him so fast.
Yeah. We'll see. We got to do. We got to figure out this preview pod. We gotta think of a
next
day.
Week.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
When's opening night? 18th.
Tuesday.
So Tuesday there's a couple games, but then Wednesday's the full slate.
Yeah, Knicks are Wednesday.
Nets are on Wednesday also.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe we could try for next Monday night.
Yeah, that'd be great
for the preview. And we got to figure out how we're going to do this. Make sure it's not 5 hours. And
I don't mind the 5-hour ones.
I mean, there's 2 previews a year, right? And then the 100th episode was exception, but yeah.
They never feel that long.
No.
Only when we have to stop the Zoom every 40 minutes.
Who was your guys' Super Bowl pick?
Mine was Rams Chiefs. Rams aren't looking too good.
I had Chiefs Packers.
Yeah, I think I have the worst one. Denver, Green Bay.
Denver, that's right.
Yeah.
It's still early.
Yeah, it's only week 5.
Yeah.
Juice, what about you? Oh, never mind.
Juice.
I can't wait for Juice's text tomorrow morning. Like, I passed out.
My bad.
He's still on like the other Zoom.
He's gonna wake up like in the next hour for sure.
He's like, oh, fuck.
He'll be up. Adam, what were you drinking yesterday? Tequila?
So we had that shot at 5 after 8, and then I had a Magnum bottle of champagne, and we did mimosas.
Oh, momos!
So I had about 3 or 4 mimosas before I even had food.
Oh,
so now we had the grill going, and now we're out of champagne. So now we changed over to Casamigos.
Oh,
so I was doing Casamigos and soda. Then I switched over to Casamigos on the rocks. Then we were just kind of doing shots.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that got you. The one on the rocks.
We ran out. We had I don't know how many bottles, but we ran out. And Josh brought a wine bottle. So instead of drinking water on the way in and trying to sober up, we popped the wine bottle and split it. And on the way to the stadium, I was drinking red wine.
I was going to say red wine.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It was ugly. I should know better. I should know better.
If there is like a doctor, a professional drinker who knows, like, that would be the exact combo of not to do to avoid a hangover. And getting sick. Like, no food, tequila, champagne,
it's the
red
worst.
wine.
Like,
Yeah, how was that hangover?
I wish it wasn't like this, but yeah, such is life.
No,
So.
we all do. I still do it. So we all do it.
How was the hangover?
Well, I sobered up in time for House of Dragon.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, no, I was not well today at all. So
Yeah.
But, you know,
you woke up looking like King Viserys in last night's episode. That sort of.
Yeah, this guy is aging. Like, I guess they're pushing forward 10 years. It looks like he's aging 30.
Yeah. They keep changing. Every episode's like a new timeline. I'm like, oh god, it's so confusing. Like the dude who got his like eye chopped out. Yeah. He's supposed to be like 18.
He's an adult now.
Supposed to be like 18. He looks 40. And it's like, what's going on here? Yeah, it's tough to keep. I'm enjoying it.
Not
though.
a lot of incest this episode.
No.
Which I was kind of bummed out about.
Yeah, but it's been entertaining. It's intense. But
have you guys seen the American Gigolo?
no, but I love John
No,
Bernthal.
I want to check that out. He's a great actor.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like him.
yeah,
I like him. Good flick so far.
yeah. I gotta see that. What's that on?
What's it? It's on Showtime, I think.
Showtime, yeah.
Okay.
American Gigolo.
All right,
I
cool.
still got to finish Dahmer.
Yeah, and then Dahmer. We should probably wait for the next one to talk Dahmer because that was Josh.
Oh yeah.
That was Josh's show.
I haven't seen that yet. Still so much I need to. Yeah, I'm watching Dragon, Paradise. That's about it. Oh, and we're still watching Lost, the wife and I.
I never saw it.
Yeah, we're middle of season 5, so almost done. But can't wait to get it
It's
over
gonna be
with.
hard to watch TV, man. I feel like this next month.
Oh, I know. It's over now, right? I mean, well, once baseball's
Yeah, too much
over,
sports.
but yeah, once now NBA and NFL, forget it.
Yeah, there's gonna be an overlap of if the Yankees go far. Major League, baseball. Football, NBA.
These next few weeks
it's a
are
lot.
going to be tough. Yeah, it's going to be tough to watch anything
You
other
guys,
than
gonna
sports.
you guys gonna try to catch a couple Nick games or?
Yeah, we should all go.
We
So,
definitely should do
got
one.
it.
We should make a point this year. Now that
I'm in.
Now that because it was weird for a few years there with I guess COVID and stuff.
Yeah.
And now I had COVID, so whatever.
How was that?
Oh, brutal. I think I'm still positive, honestly.
Really?
I tested yesterday. I was still positive, yeah, and definitely feeling the fatigue a little bit, but towards the end here. So, yeah, it's no joke. I thought like the crazy variants were like over with, but guess not. So.
Wow, how's Gigi?
Comes to everyone. Yeah, she was like, she tested positive, but she was like more hyper and happy than ever. So it didn't really matter.
Yeah, I feel like kids don't feel it. I feel
they
like.
don't. Yeah, it doesn't really, unless they're already kind of compromised in some way. It doesn't really do anything. She's, had a runny nose. That's about it. So.
Did you lose taste, smell?
Nah, never lost the taste and smell. Thank God.
That's good. Yeah.
But yeah, it was just like I had like a flu. I had like the flu. It was just like for like 4 days there, I was just like dying. And then
What's
no joke.
COVID.
COVID? Like, what's going to be the protocols at NBA?
Oh, I don't know.
Bradley
Yes,
Beal
sir.
was. Bradley
Yes,
Beal
sir,
was.
yeah. I saw a
That's
Shams tweet.
positive.
Yeah, Beal. I was like, really? We're back doing this again?
Wait, what happened?
Well,
It said he
Brad-
entered protocols. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought this was done.
Ugh. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know.
NFL, you don't-
at times too.
it's weird. NFL, you don't hear about anything. Ever since training
Nothing.
camp, has there been one?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
So they just kind of just swept that. Like, okay, we're not dealing with this shit.
Yeah, because players have clearly gotten it. Like it's still out there. Like
Oh,
I know
hell
so
yeah.
many people who are still getting COVID. Like I wasn't the only one who
Oh,
got it. Like I know
absolutely.
so many people
Absolutely.
who had it.
Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah, it's still really prevalent. But yeah, maybe the NBA just taking it a lot more seriously than other sports. So I don't know.
Somebody tweeted that Bradley Beal's licking elevator buttons. As this guy get COVID so often.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. So we'll see. All right, cool. So preview pod next episode.
Yes.
Ready.
But yeah, New York football's back. Go Yankees. And it's time to retire the trumpets.
That's it.
All right. Take care.
All right, Jerry's. Josh, sweet dreams.
Bye,
Comb your
Josh.
hair. Peace.
Peace.
You're welcome. You're all